I'm Jim Muehlhausen, author of the 51 Fatal Business Errors, and I'm here to talk to you about fatal error number 3, failure to act like a benevolent dictator. Now, I use the word benevolent on purpose, but you have to pick your leadership style. There's a lot of buzz about servant leadership, which to me is the opposite of a benevolent dictator. So, what a servant leader does is work with your people. I think that a benevolent dictator works with the people, but a benevolent dictator realizes that businesses are hierarchical, period, and that what your people really want is to be led, not to jump in it with them. They want to be led. That's why they're employees. People that are business owners like us want to lead. People that are employees, for the most part, want to be led. And that's where the benevolent dictator comes in. That a benevolent dictator realizes that that dynamic exists and leads the people in the most benevolent fashion that is possible. But sometimes in your business, when it really comes down to it, someone needs to say, I hear what everyone is saying, but it is my name on the door, and I love and appreciate all of you, but we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it my way, because when it really comes down to it, it's my money, it's my business. And that is not servant leadership. Servant leadership implies that what you're going to do is what your subjects want you to do to serve them. And I think that your employee's job is to co-serve you. You serve your employees by providing employment, you provide pay, you have lots of things that you are obligated and want to do for your employees. They have some obligation to us, in my opinion, and their obligation is to follow the leader, and that is you. You are that leader. And I think that the danger, I've seen some people that get really into servant leadership, and what happens is they become weak leaders. And servant leadership done right is not weak. It is a valid style. I just see a lot of people failing to pull it off. That what they do instead is become very weak leaders, have very weak companies, and it's just because their style, they feel that the word dictator can't have the word benevolent with it, and dictator in and of itself is a bad thing, and it's not. It is not a bad thing. What it is it's the definition of a leader. Your business is hierarchical. Think a pyramid, right? Something and someone is at the top of that pyramid. That's you. But a dictator is one person decides what's going on. We can take input. We can even put our own needs aside. We can do all kinds of things under the benevolency of dictatorship. But the fact of the matter is that the most successful companies that I have seen, and I've seen thousands of small businesses, have benevolent dictators as leaders, not servant leaders as leaders. So here's where people tend to struggle, is they say, hey, Jim, listen, I'm more the servant leader type. That's a better fit for me. That's who I am. I don't like conflict. All of these things. Well, what ends up happening is in their businesses, there's aspects that don't run well if you're not good with conflict, if you can't occasionally strap on that hat that says benevolent dictator. We don't need to be a benevolent dictator 99% of the time. But that 1% of the time that we do really matters. So, what happens when you're the kind of person that doesn't play that benevolent dictator so well? Well, here's my 2 cents. Act. Think about what your business really is. You're putting on a play called, let's be in X business selling to these customers. It has a script and it has scenes, and this scene that calls for the benevolent dictator is just acting. No one wants to stomp their fist or do things that a dictator might do. Or even just tell a key employee, hey, we're not going to do it your way. That's not fun. No one wants to do that. But the benevolent dictator needs to. And so if it's a bad fit for your personality style, my 2 cents to you is to just act. You're just putting on a play. It's not you. It's the role that you're playing. So play the best role you can when you're playing the best doggone CEO that runs your company. I'll look forward to talking to you next week for our next error.